Sadly, all good things come to an end. For John F. Kennedy's presidency, that day came too soon. Most people know Kennedy as the most recent president to get assassinated, but he is much, much more than that. Kennedy was our 35th president and was elected in 1961. When Kennedy was elected, he was the youngest president to step in office at the age of 43. Some of Kennedy's greatest accomplishments came before he was president. He joined the military in 1941 as a naval ensign officer during the height of World War II. Eventually, he would move up the ranks and become a lieutenant. He was also a scholar, attending 2 Ivy League schools. Kennedy graduated from Harvard, attending the school in 1936 after transferring from Princeton. Kennedy's accomplishments range from political, social, and economic goals to de-escalation in the Cold War. Kennedy handled the Cuban Missile Crisis swiftly and effectively because he made the call to blockade Soviet ships instead of starting an offensive that would have definitely led to nuclear annihilation. Kennedy also made numerous anti-war attempts. In his inaugural speech, he said this quote, "Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate," which set the precedent regarding foreign relations during the Cold War. Quotes like these rallied the nation, giving the public hope that it wouldn't live under fear anymore. Kennedy didn't push for civil rights issues as much as other recent presidents, but he did strive for equality amongst all Americans. He's best known for sending the National Guard to defend the first black students admitted to the University of Alabama and the University of Mississippi. This was a critical step in desegregation. Regarding economic policy, JFK signed an executive order that was going to take away the Federal Reserve's ability to print and loan money. No president had attempted to take away the Federal Reserve's power, and it's admirable that JFK tried to enforce what he believed was right. He also moved America back to the silver standard, which we still use today. Now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, what makes Kennedy special? Kennedy always had the people's interest in mind. Many politicians use politics to benefit themselves rather than the public, and Kennedy never had this mentality. Kennedy, in one of the most tense eras in American history, never seemed shaken. His resilience and spirit seemed to spread from the White House to the rest of the country every time he spoke. JFK is a prime example of how a president should act in office, and I'm not the only one who thinks that. According to a Gallup poll produced in 2013, Kennedy received the highest average approval rating while in office, which is very impressive. Let me end by saying Kennedy was an honest, hardworking man who served his country as a great politician and a veteran. Kennedy was an American hero. His contributions made our society more progressive through effective social, economic, and political policy. I'd like to leave you with this quote. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Thank you.